Good morning, folks. It's your bro, Rich here. Today in this video, I'm back with another Gran Turismo gaming explanation video for all. Today in this video, I'm going to be talking to you about the next Gran Turismo game, which is called Gran Turismo. Now, yep, it is quite confusing of why there's no number to it. It's a bit like the fourth Fast and Furious movie. It was called Fast and Furious, but it's without the number 4, so it's a bit confusing to find out if it's the fourth movie or not. It's the same with Gran Turismo from 2009. But let's see what we got. So before I start, make sure you all like the video, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you know when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so without any further ado, let's begin. So Gran Turismo 2009. Here we go. So Gran Turismo is a 2009 racing video game developed by Polyphony Digital and published by SCE, Sony Computer Entertainment, for the PSP, so PlayStation Portable. It's like the handheld version of a PlayStation. It's like, what else? It's not like the Atari. It's similar to a Nintendo DS, but it doesn't open the fold. It's something like that. It's like, that's what I technically mean. Can't really say all. Say Gran Turismo is a 2009 racing video game developed by Polyphony Digital. So Polyphony Digital and published by SCE, Sony Computer Entertainment, for the PSP. The game was announced at Sony's E3 press conference on May 11th, 2004, alongside the original PSP. Following 5 years of both delays and speculation, during which it was variously known as GTP, so Gran Turismo Portable, GT4 Mobile, so Gran Turismo 4 Mobile, GT5 Mobile, and GT4.5. It made a reappearance at E3 on June 2nd, 2009, in playable form. It was released on October 1st, so October 1st, so like the start of October 2009, as one of the launch titles for the new PSP Go. As of September 2017, so 7 years ago, Gran Turismo had sold 4.67 million units. So 4,670,000 units. I'll just say units because it's just a lot easier. So 4.67 million units, making it one of the best-selling PSP games on June 1st. So very early in June. So start in June 2010. The game was re-released as part of Sony's greatest hits budget line of video games. So developers are obviously Polyphony Digital. Publishers by Sony Computer Entertainment. The designers are Kazunori Yamauchi. Series is Gran Turismo, obviously. Platform is PSP. Releases on October 1st, 2009. Its genre is just sim racing. So on June 1st, 2010, the game was re-released as part of Sony's greatest hits budget line of video games. So yeah, developers Polyphony Digital. Publishers Sony Computer Entertainment. Designers Kazunori Yamauchi. Series is Gran Turismo. Platform is PSP. Releases on October 1st. So October 1st, 2009. Genre is sim racing and modes is both single and multiplayer. Next up we got is gameplay. So the game centered on an open-ended design. The single player menu presents players with 3 variables: mode, time trial, single race and drift trial, car and track selection, rewards such as both credits and cars earned based on the difficulty, So difficulty, performance, and number of laps they've chosen. Players can select from 1 to 99 or like 100 laps. Gran Turismo centered on completing driving missions in order to advance in the game. Unlike GT4's open-ended map, the game uses a new trading system to allow players to acquire cars. There are 45 tracks. There are 45 tracks. There are 45 tracks, including layout variations, plus the added bonus of reverse on most tracks, which takes the track number to 72. For the first time in the series, the game features the use of custom soundtracks that enables players to play their own songs while racing. Quite cool. But this option must first be unlocked by completing either section B or C of the driving challenges. The music tracks can be used for either offline or online races. There are some hidden tracks which are removed prior to release, notably. So there are some hidden tracks which are removed prior to release, notably Smoky Mountain and Tahiti Circuit for GT3 A-Spec, both which initially debuted in GT2 with some differences. These tracks are only accessible in systems with modified firmware and running GameShark-like programs, and some issues have been reported with them. During an interview at E3, it was revealed that tracks featured in the game such as Valencia, Ricardo, Tormo, so Tormo, Tormo, are directly sourced from GT4 and Tourist Trophy, while the game's physics engines based on GT5 Prologue. The game features 833 cars, each modeled both accurately and statistics derived from their real-life counterparts. When the Tourist Trophy came out, 2006 is a motorcycle game. Pretty cool. So during an interview at E3, it was revealed that tracks featured in the game, such as Valencia, Ricardo, Tomo. When did that one came out? Oh, it's a track, sorry. So it's a racetrack in Spain, located just a 4 kilometers, so nearly 2.5 mile track located in Cheste. Say the word chest, but with an E at the end, at the Valencian community in Spain, built in 1999. So such as Valencia, Ricardo, Tormo, are directly sourced from GT4 and Tourist Trophy 2006, which is a motorcycle video game. While the game's physics engine is based on Gran Turismo 5 Prologue 2007. It features 833 cars. It features 833 cars, each modeled accurately, and statistics derived from their real-life counterparts. The exotic car manufacturer, for example Ferrari, is featured, and for the first time in the main GT series, Lambo, Bugatti, and various other cars were both introduced and fully licensed. There's no damage model in the game. Players begin with a low-powered car, but can upgrade to better cars as they progress through the game. The dealerships available change after every other race, so players won't always they won't always be able to buy what they're looking for. 4 cars are featured in a race, and at one time, so well, four cars are featured in a race at any one time. The player car and three opponents, with the AI having opponents since GT4. This is down from the total of 6 cars in previous games in the series, but the player can race against 3 cars also in the rally races, which was never possible in every previous game. Considering that in previous games the player considering that in previous games the player can race only against one car in a rally race. Multiplayer is available for up to 4 players via I'm just so alright. So four cars are featured. So 4 cars are featured in a race at any one time. The player car and 3 opponents, with the AI having improvements. With the AI having improvements since GT4. This is down from the total of 6 cars in in previous games in the series. But the player can race against 3 cars also in the rally races, which was never possible in every previous game. Considering that in previous games the player can race only against one car in a rally race, multiplayer is available for up to 4 players via local wireless play across a handful of modes, with various options that allow players of all skill types to play together. There's no online play, although it supports ad hoc party for the PSP, nor are there any online leaderboards for time trial times, or the ability to share ghost laps with other players. It's essentially like yourself but in a ghost formation. The game also allows online play through the free downloadable PS3 application Ad Hoc Party for PSP. It was initially announced that DLC wouldn't be released for GT, although 7 cars like the 2003 SLR, so 2003 SLR McLaren, 2009 R35 GTR-V spec, 2008 Citroën GT, 2009 Veyron 16.4, 16 cylinders, 4 turbos, 1000 horsepower, 2009 Corvette ZR1 with a supercharged 6.2 liter 640 horsepower V8, the same as the 2013 Viper, but that wasn't even existed or even released at that moment. So 2009 Corvette ZR1, 1974 Countach LP400, and the 2002 Enzo were made available for download via the PlayStation Store. In the game also the Ferrari F2007 has been added in 2 different colors, which will go to compose with the Formula GT. The second F1 car available in the game. Second F1 car available in the game. Parts of the game are narrated by TV personality and car enthusiast Jay Leno. Age 74, born in New Rochelle in New York. Born April 28th, 1950. So New Rochelle in Westchester County, New York, which is the suburb of New York City, 17 miles from Midtown Manhattan. So 17 miles from Midtown Manhattan. So 17 miles from Midtown Manhattan. In 2020, the city had a population of 79,000, so 79,700 726 people, less than 80,000 people, making it the both the seventh largest city and the 22nd most populous municipality. So 22nd most populous municipality in New York. So, in the game also, the Ferrari F2007 has been added in two different colors, which will go to compose with the Formula GT, the second F1 car available in the game. Parts of the game are narrated by TV personality, so both TV personality and car enthusiast Jay Leno. The controls are unusual because the PSP. Or where was I? Say it. The controls are unusual because the PSP doesn't. So the controls are unusual because the PSP doesn't have pressure sensitive buttons, meaning the player cannot control the degree of either acceleration or braking. Creator Kazunori Yamanouchi. So so creator Kazunori Yamanouchi was against the idea of using external controllers via PSP Plus for more accurate control, telling an interviewer, if you want to play on Gran Turismo using a PS3 controller, you will have to play on Gran Turismo 5. And we got both development and marketing. Fitting a full-scale Gran Turismo on the PSP platform was a challenge for Polyphony. So, fitting a full-scale Gran Turismo on the PSP platform was a challenge for Polyphony Digital. Series director Kazunori Yamauchi stated that the main problem was trying to fit the game in such a small memory space. Regardless, the game runs at 60 FPS and takes up only 1 GB of storage. Originally titled GT4 Mobile, the game was initially to have a release date sometime in April 2005. It's like 8 months before I was born. It's like early mid 2005, something like that. However, it was notably absent from the 2004 Tokyo Game Show. So absent from the 2004 Tokyo Game Show, and then from E3 2005, a year after it was first announced. At the end of 2005, at the end of 2005, Sony Computer Entertainment announced that the game would be pushed back to sometime in 2005. Not 2005, 2006, sorry. Despite no news for most of 2006, Kazunori Yamauchi assured audiences that GT for the PSP was still in development and on its way. Development was slow to focus. So development development was slow to focus priorities on GT4 on both. So development was slow to focus priorities on both GT4 on the PS2 and GT5 on the PS3. Polyphony president Kazunori Yamauchi wanted the game to be a fully spec'd title, not merely a subset to the series. He also cited difficulty in designing the game for the PSP Go, as the Go features a relocated analog nub. The developers had to make adjustments in designing the game. So the developers had to make adjustments to ensure the experience felt the same as with a standard PSP. Polyphony Digital's busy schedule with releases of GT4, Tourist Trophy, GT HD, and GT5 Prologue also slowed GT's development. The company also refused to outsource the game to another developer, describing that move as unthinkable. So not thinkable. Several other titles were considered, including GT4 Mobile and GT5 Portable. The title GT Spider was also considered, but was dropped as the developers felt that both it and the GT4 Mobile title did not represent a fully spaced, not fully spaced, fully spec'd GT. In April 2008, Yamauchi stated that developing GT5 on a PS3 took much more time and effort, and this was because loads of new stylish cars have started to come out, so it took longer to develop than we had first imagined, and that it was unlikely the PSP version would be released by the end of 2008. A version of GT for the PSP was shown during Sony's E3 2009 keynote on June 2nd, 2009, called simply Gran Turismo. Its October 1st, so early October 2009 release date coincides with the launch of the PSP Go, which was announced at the same conference. As part of its promotion of the game, Sony had a crane. So Sony had a crane built at Gamescom in Cologne, Germany, that would hang the journalists 15 meters above the ground to try out the game. Kind of a bit unsafe, don't you think? Like hang the journalists 15 meters above the ground to try out the game. You would kind of like either kill or injure them, or like break their bones if you were to do that. My advice is do not try this at home. Seriously, do not try this at home, because you would literally either kill or injure someone. So do not, repeat, word of warning, do not try this at home, unless this is for authorized personnel only. So do not ever try this at home for any safety reasons or safety precautions. Do not ever try this at home. I recommend you guys to not do this ever at home. Do not try this at home ever. So where was I? So anyways, as part of its promotion of the game, Sony had a crane built at Gamescom. So at Gamescom in Cologne, Germany. It's at Cologne. In Cologne and the state of North Rhine-Westphalia in Germany. Say in Cologne, Germany, that would have to, as part of its promotion of the game, Sony had a crane built at Gamescom in Cologne, Germany, that would hang the journalists 15 meters above the ground to try out the game. Sony Canada has also been known to advertise the game on various billboards in the Toronto, Ontario region in Canada. So the Toronto, Ontario region in Canada. Sony also ran a TV commercial campaign with one advertisement shot at Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca in Monterey, California. Not Monterey, is it Monterey? I can't remember. So Mazda Raceway Laguna Seca. which was branded as WeatherTech. Well, that's when it was sponsored, like Monster Race Really Good, Sega. That's when it was sponsored previously. Now it was sponsored. It was branded as WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Sega, or just Laguna Sega Raceway, in Monterey, California, Monterey County, near Monterey, California, and Salinas, California, in the U.S. It's pretty much a famous track for one turn, the corkscrew, the most steepest part of the track. I just tried walking up that. It's literally steep as hell, but going down here is just a lot of fun. So cool. Anyway, so Sony also ran a TV commercial campaign with one advertisement shot at Monster Raceway Laguna Sega in Monterey, California. It featured a real Corvette ZR1 from 2009, so a Corvette ZR1 with 640 horsepower from a supercharged V8, 6.2 liters. Say a Corvette ZR1, I think it was LS3, LS2, can't remember, competing against a person playing Gran Turismo in the passenger seat. The real Corvette was driven by Reese Millen, while Tanner Faust drove the same car in the game. The game's available as both a UMD Universal Media Disc. It's a Universal Media Disc. It's a Universal Media Disc at retail, and as a digital download from the PlayStation Store. Users are able to install part of GT on their memory stick. The install takes about 1 gigabyte of space. The UMD, so the Universal Media Disc, still needs to be in the PSP's, in the PlayStation Portable's UMD drive, so the Universal Media Disc drive. So Universal Media Disc drive. So Universal Media Disc drive to run the game. The loading times of the game are drastically reduced after installing. So thank God. So we don't have to wait to load it. So for it to load all the time. The last step is reception, and then I'll end it there. For starters, I'm going to do the aggregation scores, and then the last final part, and that'll be it. So, aggregator is obviously Metacritic, as always, is the usual main one, the golden one, Metacritic, 74%. Then we got those aggregation score. Then we got the review score. So we got, oh yeah. So we got 10. So we got 1UP. So 1UP.com with a score of B. Not sure what it is. I don't know. Both alongside that we got both Eurogamer and Game Informer, which both had 70%. GamePro 60%. Game Revolution C+. Not sure, but well. GameSpot 75%. GameSpy 80%. Pretty good. Game Trailers 77%. IGN 68%, and the highest one, videogamer.com 90%. Pretty good. Alright, so on reception. This is the last part, and I'll end it there. So the game received either like mixed or average. So the game received mixed or average reviews. According to review aggregator Metacritic, it was praised for still featuring the same realistically handling cars. So handling cars for the console games. which is improved from the GT4 version, as well as having a large number of cars, including AI opponents. But it was criticized for not having a traditional career mode, nor the ability to upgrade cars. The game was the game was the game was a commercial success. In its first year, it had sold 2.22 million, so 2,220,000 copies worldwide. On June 1st, 2010, so 2010, the game was re-released as part of Sony's greatest hits, budget line of video games. Last part and under there. As of September 2007. So September 2007. So September 2000. No, 2007. As of September 2017. Sorry, I can barely see anything. Anyways, so as of September 2017. So over less than 7 years ago, Gran Turismo had sold 4.67 million, so 4,670,000, so 4,670,000, so 4,670,000 units worldwide, making it one of the best-selling PSP, making one of the best-selling PSP games. All right, so that is it, guys. So there's nothing for our notes at all. Just what is Japanese? It is Gran Turismo, which is how they say like Gran Turismo in Japanese and whatnot. And so yeah, so that is it, guys. So if you guys liked this video, like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think, hit the notification bell, and hit all so you know that when I make brand new uploads. Alright, so that'll be it. I'll see you guys soon in the next video. But until then, stay safe, have a great evening, and have a great day tomorrow morning, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video. Or if it's past 12 p.m. or 12 a.m., stay safe, have a great morning, and have a great day as well. And I'll see you guys soon in the next video. So take care, folks. Stay safe out there. And I'll see you guys soon. Peace out. Good night, folks.